After a very good 1-1 away draw at Manchester City in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final, all eyes now are turned to the Liberty Stadium for the second leg. And if we can win today and book ourselves a place in the final, then we will have every chance of winning all 5 competitions. Is it really possible? Am I just dreaming? Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea, and if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling above. And it has been a roller coaster of a season, and last episode you saw us beating Barcelona in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to progress to the semi-final for the first time ever. And after a very good 1-1 draw away from home at Manchester City, we are in pole position to qualify and go through to the final against either Chelsea or West Ham. The day after we had booked our place in the semi-final against Manchester City, Osimhen's solitary goal was enough to give us a 1-0 victory against a slightly weakened Manchester City team. And then, while that was going on, West Ham were playing Manchester United, and they took the lead very early on, and it looked to all intents and purposes like the title race was going to continue for a while yet. But Manchester United hit back, and a mistake and dreadful error from the goalkeeper allowed Rashford to turn in the box and drive in an equaliser late in the second half. And Manchester United were not finished and about to do us a very big favour when they headed in from a set piece to make it 2-1. And what that means, with us already having won the English Community Shield, the Carabao Cup, and recently having won the Premier League, we are still in the cup final against Fulham, a game that we should win. And then we also, if we can progress past Manchester City, we'll be in the Champions League final against Chelsea or West Ham, a game that it is also possible that we could win. So what that means is, could we win all 5 trophies this season? Something that I have never done before, something that I did not know was possible, and it may not yet be possible, but we've got to remain optimistic. All 5 trophies in a single season, who knows? But let's go and have a look at what's been happening in the schedule since you were away. And you will have seen us beating Barcelona by 3-0 in the Champions League quarter-final second leg. Very comfortable victory in the end. And we followed that with a 3-0 victory against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. We just blew them away in the second half. And that was followed by a 2-0 victory against Watford. And then that game against Manchester City, where West Ham blew it and enabled us to win the title very early on in the season. And that was followed by another game against Manchester City, the first leg of the semi-final, in which they put out a much stronger side. And we got a very good 1-1 result, despite Malacia being sent off in that game. And then we played against Liverpool, and we played a team full of youngsters. Raven and Denner, average age 19. Markowski, just 21 years old. Adisio, just 20 years old. Leverington playing at fullback. He's just 18 years old, with Etim and Gapo, 2 youngsters in centre-back positions. And we beat Liverpool by 2-1. A very, very good performance by those youngsters. And that set us up now. We have a very fit, very fresh team ready to go into this game against Manchester City. And fingers crossed, let's go and play and see what happens. And so the team for today is Costa in goal, with Timber, Kasumu, Bujerno and Mendes at the back. Kem Karacha, Pobega, Adley and Wirtz in midfield, with Denner and Vitinha getting the nod up front. Vitinha, who has probably been the best forward of late. He's not our best forward, but he has been the man in form. And he gets the nod over Osimhen and Broja, and maybe that's the wrong decision. Hopefully it's the right decision, and we need to go out there and make sure we do ourselves justice. This is probably the biggest game that we have had ever in this save. We've had many, many big games, but this one, if we can win this today, then get into the final of the Champions League, we will be in with a chance of a clean sweep. All five trophies, and I've never done that before in my entire FM existence, and it would be great if we could actually do it today. We've noticed they are and here is a chance for Swansea, and we are 1-0 up, and Denner has put the ball in the back of the net early on. We're a goal up. And what we have noticed about this Manchester City team is they are very, very old at this season, and we've decided to up the tempo just slightly to try to run them around a little bit more. And it was a beautiful ball, and Denner kept his head, rounded the goalkeeper, and it is now Swansea 1, Manchester City 0. Is this going to be our day? The VAR's just checking for offside, but he's well onside, and he did so beautifully well, composed finish. And I wonder if FM are planning to have a really, really fun day out today, and whether this is going to be a glut of goals. But it is Swansea who are in the ascendancy, and we do have another highlight, and there's a throw into Karacha in midfield, and here's Pabega to Wirtz, and he finds Denner, but that's a poor pass, but Swansea have collected it again, and Vitinha's into space, and Vitinha's made it 2-0. It is now Swansea 2, Manchester City 0, and Manchester City are looking all over the place, and the decision perhaps to raise the tempo, although VAR is checking it and the goal is awarded, and I do wonder the decision to raise the tempo because they are old and run them around a lot. Has this paid off? And Vitinha burst into space, and the man in form, and even though he is not the number one striker in the squad at the moment, he's on fire, and it was a good decision to play Vitinha, and we are 2-0 up after 14 minutes and looking very comfortable. 2 shots, 2 goals, and couldn't ask for more from our strikers, and we are on the ascendancy again. And here's Karacha to Kasumu. Let's stay tight at the back, not make any mistakes, as Timber looks to pass it inside to Karacha. Karacha finds Pabega to Wirtz into space, and Adley is through, and Adley could have made it 3-0, and that would have been game over after 20 minutes. But Manchester City are still in this. It is still Swansea 2, Manchester City 0, as we're coming up to halfway through the first half. And we are in control of the game. Our XG is better. We're dominating possession. And Manchester City look poor and ragged, and we are running them around. They do look tired. Even now, they're starting to look very tired. And this probably was a good idea. Play at a higher tempo, run them around, make them tired, and they'll make mistakes. And as we come up to half-time, it is Swansea 2, Manchester City 0. We are on course, and I don't know whether to say that I'm pleased or whether to say important to stay focused. I think I'm going to say it's important to stay focused and keep going. You have the ability to get us to the final here. You're in the driving seat. Stay focused, and we can do this. We can progress to the final. We have a 2-goal cushion, and if we can get another one from this corner, that will give us a 3-goal cushion. We'll be in the clear. And there's the corner coming in, and it's headed out. I thought it was going in, but it is cleared. And here is Karacha. Karacha aims a ball into the centre, and Swansea have another chance. And Vitinha lifts it over the bar. And I'm noticing that Timber's getting a little bit tired. We'll have to keep an eye on him. And one or two other players. Adley has had a very long season, and he's getting a little bit tired. And maybe it is coming up to a time when we need to make some substitutions. But Manchester City are on the ball, and they have a chance. And Mbappe is looking for... and he's found space, and Manchester City almost made it 2-1. But we have survived, and we still have the 2-goal cushion, and we still are dominating the game, and we do have a free kick, and it's Adley over the ball with a free kick, and there's a header. It's cleared away, and Pabega, who's on a yellow card, he needs to be very careful, so we will tell Pabega to stay on his feet. We don't want him getting into any more trouble, and Swansea are still coming forward, and we are dominating possession. Wirtz, who's having a very good game, and Pobega, and that's a lovely ball through to Timber. Timber looks into space, and that was another chance, and Manchester City survive, and we are driving at them. And here is Nuno Mendes on the ball. He's looking inside for Pobega, and is that a penalty? I wonder if it's a penalty, and we could go 3-0 up here, and if we go 3-0 up, we will reach the final. A first time ever in the Champions League final. Is it a penalty? And no penalty. It's just going to be a free kick on the edge of the box. I think it probably is before this time to make some changes. And the team is holding up very, very well. Florian Wirtz isn't having the greatest game, and neither is Kasumu. But I don't think I need to make any changes at this point, as the team is holding up pretty well. Pobega is looking a little bit tired, so we will bring on Elmas for Pobega. And now we do have some tired players there, but we'll wait until after this highlight. I think Timber is very, very tired, and I think we'll bring on Cambiasso. Buongiorno's looking, and here is a chance for Denner, and Denner has made it 3-0. And is this awarded? The referee is going to check with VAR again, and while that check is going on, I'm going to remove Adley and put Etim on. I think the goal might be awarded. No, it's been disallowed. It remains 2-0. There's only a couple of minutes left, and I'm not sure why. Oh, he was slightly offside, and unfortunately we don't go 3-0 up, but we still are 2-0 up in the semi-final second leg. We have a 2-goal cushion. We just need to stay focused, and that's what I'm going to tell them to do, is to stay focused, just to keep our cool, even though I can't keep our cool. Vitinha has latched onto a ball, a mistake by the Manchester City central defender, and here is Vitinha, and that's a poor pass, and Manchester City can break on the counter, but Swansea have dealt with that, and I think Mbappe is going to be given offside here as he puts the ball into the back of the net. That has to be offside. I think he was a yard or two offside, so I'm not really panicking here at the moment. And is the goal awarded? The goal is disallowed. I did have a feeling he was way offside there. And I think now it's time for us to think about closing the game down and just taking the steam out of this game. But while we are 2-0 up, there's no need to panic, as Manchester City are trying to bring the ball forward, and Wirtz is passing it around at the back there, and that's a nice football. Cambiasso finds Etim, the young boy who's come on this season, but he's made a dreadful error there, and Mbappe is racing down the left-hand side. He looks into space. Can they get a cross in? Can they score? Yes, they have, and there are just 3 minutes left, and it is now Swansea 2, Manchester City 1, and we're not going to panic. We just need to last out the 3 minutes of added time. Etim, unfortunately, his lack of experience, he made a dreadful error there, and it remains with us in the final as it stands at the moment, and time is going on. Is Manchester City got anything left? It doesn't look like it to me. We have beaten Manchester City, and we will progress to the final of the Champions League. And what a season this has been, and we are still in with a chance of winning all 5 trophies, and we will play West Ham in the final of the Champions League. And this has been a very, very emotional roller coaster of a season, and I do not believe what has been happening. And in terms of what's coming up now, we have 3 games to play in the Premier League, and I need to manage the squad very carefully here. I need to rest the first team players, as well as bring on the youth members of the squad. But I don't want to rest the first team players too much. I need to keep their game time up. But that's for the future. For now, we're just going to enjoy the fact that we are in the Champions League final, and we are in the FA Cup final, and we have a chance of winning all 5 trophies. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And all that remains to be said now from an absolutely delighted Liberty Stadium in Swansea. 3 out of the 5 trophies already in the bag. We have a chance of the other 2. We will see you. We will come back for the FA Cup final and the Champions League Cup final.